As you can see, on the bench is a machine marked Decora. On the back it says Model 950B. So maybe it shares that model number with other machines, but it's got 4-position buttonhole lever with a reverse here. This appears to be there. Yep, stitch length 0 to 5. Although it's kind of weird, it's counterclockwise to make it longer. It's got 3 positions here for the cam stack and zigzag width here, and then the decorative and cam selector right here. So I don't know anything about this machine. It has been pulled out of a junk heap, and it will be, let's see what we can do with it. So unfortunately it's been smashed up. This case has been smashed real bad, and this controller is missing the grommet here, so who knows how the wiring is. That is an interesting, very heavily branded Leviton snap plug on here. But then the machine itself has fancy cast plastic Matsushita plugs on it. So I don't see any cuts in this cord. It's just really badly twisted. So get over it. The motor runs and it makes noise. The bobbin winder was engaged, and that tire is rock hard. I guess we'll see. It's on regular. Well, it moves side to side. I guess let's pop the top and see. See what that selector is up to. Maybe this machine just needs a clean and a little bit of help on the... Well, first thing it needs is the needle put in the right way around. This needle is in backwards and all bunged up, so that might have been the main issue. Although there's a piece of electrical tape underneath the needle plate here. There was a piece of electrical tape, so who knows. Well, first things first, let's pop that top. Because this machine has the top cam stack in it, there's a good chance that the cam followers are out of adjustment or other issues, because the cams in this stack are all very narrow. That's how they fit the cams in here, is to have them be very narrow. a spot here that says oil, so let's start with a bit of oil there. And then somebody really cranked on that foot clamping screw, which is entirely unnecessary. You just need your foot to stay put. You don't need to be tightening it down so tight. Alright. Let's see, I'm looking at my pattern selector here, and it looks like the one I'll be able to identify the easiest is actually the last one on the stack, so let's... Okay. Because that's supposed to be oh, alright. This cam seems to be working just fine. Well, I don't know what this machine was up to in the junk heap, but we're going to apply some oil and give it a test, see what happens, and then move on from there. Well, the underside of this machine is a bit of a wreck. This case has seen much better days, and it's got a ton of lint, and it's very filthy underneath, so have to do our cleaning. But otherwise, I think this machine must have just come in and gotten traded in at the shop for a newer machine, because there doesn't seem to be anything particularly wrong with it, other than it's a bit of rough around the edges. So we'll take a closer look and check it out. I grabbed a whole bunch of side load Japanese class 15s out of the junk heap at the shop to see what was up with them. This one was just in the box and I didn't even look at it. The other ones are missing some bits and pieces that I've seen, but I figured that I'd be able to make something of them. Alright, I think this is as close as I can get, but there is an issue with this machine. The hook is just now behind the needle, and it is rubbing against the scarf there. So I'm going to have to adjust the hook needle spacing on this machine, because this is I think it's a 14, maybe it's an 11. It is not a big needle. So the fact that there's no room there means we gotta adjust it. Alright, you get that adjustment on the hook, but also the bottom of the case here has a big split in it, so I'm going to have to be gluing that split up for this machine. And then this box will work for it again. But let's see now. This clamp here is the one I'm going to adjust. This clamp holds the base here side to side, so we'll loosen this clamp. And that's loose, and we need this to go out a teeny bit, so we'll just pry in here a little bit, and then we'll clamp this back down and see if that space has gotten bigger. Oh, I was prying it the wrong way. That is pushing on the needle harder. That is not what we wanted. Oh. And got it to flop the entire distance. Now we just have to snug that. Oh, that gap is still too big, and I accidentally rotated it. The problem with this precise design is that this clamp also holds the rotation of the bobbin case, and I accidentally rotated it forward, so rotate it back, and then gap is still kind of big there. That might be about right, though.